Hey, Facebook. How's it going, everybody? Woo. It's old Crypto Joe, Ocean Joe, whatever you want to call me. How's everybody doing today? Chris is at the fair, so I'm doing today. I just found that out, though. Sorry. Yeah, I was absent yesterday. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? We're going to kind of just sit here and go over some stuff until more people get to see us. Hey, Patty, how you doing? Chris is at the fair today, so it's the Joe Show, you know, solo Joe. I was looking at some stuff just a second ago, and I guess one of the bigwigs with Cardano just left. And so there's going to be some different mergers going on, and that person's doing some more stuff. And then, hello, Joe. Yeah, there you go. And then, you know, looking at the market with it being, we're at like 62 on Bitcoin. Right now is a real good opportunity to be looking at the things that you have in your portfolio and checking on them and seeing if those prices are kind of holding steady or if they're just taking a horrible dive. You know, luckily I have quite a few things that are holding a good price. Like if you look at Litecoin right now, Litecoin, if you look at the chart, it looks scary, but if you look at the number, you know, the actual price, it's still at, I think, at $53, either 52 or 53, I can't remember. But, you know, like I have, I always talk about Tron, because I have Tron. And man, they're always doing stuff, you know, it's a real forward thinking company, you know, and it's holding steady. You know, look at that chart, it goes like this, but it'll come down and it goes right back up, you know, and it's not blowing up, it's not huge, you know what I mean? It's more of a long-term hold until something really big happens. But I was also reading an article earlier that they're getting ready to merge. They're merging, or not merging, but they're going into business with a multi-billion-dollar company worth tens and tens of billions of dollars. So they're doing some blockchain-related things with somebody big, you know. Something good will probably come out of that. I'll turn this volume down a little bit. Sorry, the music in the background. But take a look at what you have and kind of see. Oh, Jarek's having a good time. Chris just texted me. That's fair. He probably never been to the fair before. But so take time today to kind of look at what you have and evaluate it personally and think, okay, is this something that people's putting money into because they just want to make money on it, and as soon as anything goes awry, they're going to dump it? Or is it something that seems solid? You know, VeChain's another company that, you know, big blockchain company. They're doing a lot of things, you know. Hey, Paul, how you doing? But, you know, VeChain's doing a lot too. It's VET is their thing. Now, right now it's about a penny. You know what I mean? I think it's 0.011. That's me personally. It's right there at that point to where I start throwing money at things. I like really cheap stuff. You know, I'm just cheap about that. You know, but if I can go in and buy 1,000, you know, if it goes up, there you go. You know, Chris had talked about doing some swing trading, and we haven't really explained that, what swing trading is. Swing trading is more of a every day. Chris is at the fair today, so this is why I'm over here on Facebook as opposed to doing the whole with the broadcaster thing and YouTube. Just make this a simple thing. Oh, and if y'all see all this trash back over here sitting on my counter back there, that's, you know, like styrofoam cup, and there's a bunch of plastics and stuff like that. I'm collecting all that stuff and leaving it right there because I'm making a live video for Ocean Force. So I need the plastics and stuff to be picking up. It's gonna be neat when I get it done. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But that's I don't just leave trash sitting around places. It's just, you know, it needs to be there so it keeps reminding me because I forget things. Real bad about that. But like I was saying, look into these companies that you're investing in. Don't just go, okay, I want to buy this. Now, if you're day trading, you know, if you see something jumping, you know, then okay, go ahead and jump on it. You know, but if you're wanting to like do some more actual investing, I guess you'd say, whereas you're keeping things, you know, you're gonna hold on to it for a little bit because you think something big is gonna happen. Then there you go. It's kind of what everybody's looking at with the GreenX situation. You know, that since the conception of it, they've been touting that it's going to be like a Bitcoin, you know, and hey, I hope it is. That'd be fantastic. Right now, most people on here know that I don't think that Bitcoin should be in the same market as all the other cryptocurrencies. It controls the market too much, and it's more of a store of value than a useful tool. All it does really is make the market jump up and down, and it promotes fear, is what it really does. I don't think it should be on the same exchanges. I really don't. It doesn't make sense to me. It's harming other things, and it's simply an antiquated system. Which one might be like Bitcoin, Joe? There's what they were saying about GreenX, Patty, is that because of the way it's mined, and they did it like they did Bitcoin, and so that's kind of what they're saying out of that. And so everybody that has that, that's good. They're wanting it to be a long-term, extremely useful thing, more of a utility coin, I guess you'd say. And the difference between some of these things, like for instance, a store of value coin, which is Bitcoin, or let's say a lot of your Ethereum-based coins, your ERC20s, or even things on your Waves platform, or Tron's got a platform now. There's a lot of stuff going on out there where it's going to get where you can use these things easier as money. Like a Bitcoin transaction is too slow. It's just way too slow. You're competing with Visa, and their transaction speed is just ridiculous. I forget who it was. I want to say it's OX, and if you look at it, it says Ox. Looks like Ox, but it's actually a 0 and an X. And I could be completely wrong on this, but someone said they're running 2,000 times faster than Ethereum. And Ethereum is fast. I mean, it's boom. So it's all getting to that point to where you swipe the card, the deal's almost done. And that's because we moved over from proof of work, which is what Bitcoin is. Okay, that you have to run the big expensive mining rigs, and it has to go through all these algorithms, blah, 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 blah. It has to be proven so many times till they're moving to a POS or proof of stake. What proof of stake is basically I have a node, a master node. And I have, let's say we're going to use Tron, for example. Okay, I have 10,000 Tron. So I can process the payments on that because I have enough in reserve that's locked away, on that node that I can do, all these transactions. So it can be an instant transaction almost. I mean, a couple seconds as opposed to 20 minutes, and I know you think when you're wiring money, like globally and things like that, and you're going across borders and things, in big amounts. Yeah, Bitcoin's great. Okay, so it's going to take 10 minutes for your money in Indonesia to get to me. No problem. But when you're sitting there at the checkout line buying a Slurpee, you need it to be just as fast as the Visa cards are. Okay, and that's the purpose of why everybody's coming out with the card. Because it's working on proof of stake. It's already insured, is what it is. It's just a payment processing center. But the payment processing center is a bank. You're essentially becoming your own bank when you get a master node. And that's something that we haven't talked about either that we really need to get into. There's all kinds of different ways to make money in this, guys. You can lease space on a master node and you get a return from it, from just what goes through, the transactions that go through. It's like mining, but a hell of a lot cheaper. You don't have to buy it. Flat out, you don't have to buy a rig, and it's where everything's going in the future. The mining is going to stay what it is for a time being, but even Ethereum, if you remember, we were talking about a month ago now, that Ethereum is going into, they're changing the proof of stake. There's going to be a hard fork coming up really soon. Hold on, log in. Cancel.